Welcome back to another episode here of Bass and Furious TV. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you ladies for tuning in. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel. And be sure to like the video if you like it. I really appreciate it and looking forward to bringing you guys more content. But let's jump right into today's video. I wanted to talk to you guys about my 4 best producing baits of the 2021 season. And by best producing, I mean during tournaments, whether I was out fun fishing, whatever the case may be. My 4 best baits, I'll elaborate on them, but I'll also give you kind of, you know, where they shined at to a certain extent. So of course we'll start with number 1. I'm sure you guys are all aware of, you probably already know, but number 1, the Omega Custom Tackle Genesis spinnerbait. You guys already know, if you follow my channel at all, you know why this is my favorite bait of the year so far. It's the first bait I used to actually win me a tournament, BFL on Kerr Lake. So obviously, you know, this guy here had to make number 1 on the list. My number 1 most producing bait that made me the most money this year was this bait. Spinner bait, this one I threw it dirty water, you know, stained water, whatever the case may be. You see the different color blades on it, chartreuse blade with the gold, I think is what I had, maybe, I'm not sure. Really bright, stood out, lots of vibration, the fish were able to see it, keying on it, and they were chewing it. Also paired it with this X-Zone swammer. This was a big deal for me too, the swammer. It actually played a big role for me, so I'm looking forward to doing it again. And just keeping consistent. You know, I love throwing a spinner bait. I'll throw it anywhere, throw it at a pond, river, don't really matter. I'll throw it. I love throwing a spinner bait. The spinner bait strikes are phenomenal and it's really good. So definitely, if you haven't tried, you definitely want to look at the Omega Custom Tackle. A lot of companies make spinner baits. Again, you want to look at the Omega Custom Tackle. I'm not just saying it, you want to take a look at it. Next bait, you guys have to know, I'm just going in order from which ones made me the most money. So next bait that made me money this year, 13 Fishing Jabberjaw. This exact color, exact bait, exact setup, everything like that. 13 Fishing Jabberjaw. Of course, this year I used all 13 fishing rods and reels. That's I mean, it's pretty clear. But I used 13 fishing rods and reels. I also used their baits as well. This is their Jabberjaw. You can take a look. Jacob Wheeler's got a great video out about the Jabberjaw. It has the blade on it like a chatterbait. So the blade will go, knock side to side, but then it's got that profile of like a square bill. So chatterbait / square bill all mixed into one. Can't beat it. Vibration, key. When you're reeling it, you'll start to notice when you get to the proper retrieve. You'll see, because if you do too fast, too slow, you won't get what you're looking for. It does have a right retrieve for it, in my opinion, that I've noticed that I've been able to get some strikes. You can definitely burn it, you can slow it down, but it definitely has like a sweet spot, in my opinion, that works really well for this. So 13 Fishing Jabberjaw, money. This right here, same thing, dirty water, stained water. Honestly, as long as you change the color, it can be thrown in multiple situations, just like the spinner bait. Now, those were my heavy hitters as far as baits go, but what consistently caught me fish throughout the year, consistently, was number 3. Wow. Oh my goodness. I caught fish on a Cenko. Whoa. Blown away, guys. I don't hardly believe it. A Cenko. Most consistent bait probably all year long. You rig it up any kind of way you want. In particular, I'm showing you one specific that I use. So I use the general pretty much all year. Whether it be this one, whether it be a max scent, whatever the case may be, I use the general. I also have another one that I use that I ain't really saying nothing about, and I'm not going to say nothing about, but it crushes. And a couple of my buddies, I've told them about it as well. I ain't putting that one on here, but I'm just telling you guys a Cenko. So sometimes I Texas rig it, 60% wacky rig, that's 70. 30% Nico rig. I like to use the Nico a lot. So I just put a nail weight in the head or in the tail and go from there. So Cenko, take your pick, insert color here that works in your body of water. If you skip this thing, if you flip it, whatever the case may be, throw this, you are going to catch some fish. So this is probably my most consistent fish catcher all year long, everywhere I went. Some ponds, fish just don't like Cenkos at all. It's really weird, probably because they've seen them a million times. They just don't eat Cenkos. But I got the answer to that next. Next most consistent bait to catch a fish anywhere you go. Take you one of these. Hopefully it says right. Zoom Finesse worm. This was the absolute deal. People have been throwing this thing for years. Zoom Finesse worm. This particular color honestly is good too. Watermelon red flag. This is absolute money. But green pumpkin, there's certain colors that work pretty well on any body of water that you go to. But Zoom Finesse worm will pick up anything that this don't get, and this will pick up anything that this don't get. Just insert here these baits I'm telling you guys, you're gonna get bit. This one I typically threw it on a shaky head. Sometimes, a lot of times I fish it on the drop shot. I would Texas rig it on the drop shot and put it in some tough stuff, pull fish out of there, little tight areas. But most of the time I would do a shaky head or drop shot, probably 50-50 each one. So Wacky, Nico, Texas. This one I would do shaky head or drop shot, Texas rig style. Very rarely do I nose hook it. If I'm on a nose hook, I usually use like a little tiny swim bait or like a missile baits, bomb shot, something like that. But most of the time I'm Texas rigging this and throwing it around cover. They have so many different colors of this, so you can take your pick color, use it, any body of water, they have a color for it. You'll be able to light them up on that. So top 4 baits right here. I want to show you guys my top 4 best producing baits for me in 2021. Jabberjaw spinner bait, Genesis spinner bait, Zoom finesse worm, and a Cenko. So hopefully this helps you guys. 2021, 2022 going into it. Almost, I would 100% guarantee if you bring these 4, you may have to rig them up differently. You may have to change your line size, vary your retrieve, change your line size, change your presentation. Some form of these 4 will catch you a fish pretty much any body of water you go to. Even if you got a Carolina rig, you can still Carolina rig these. Like, it's, trust me, you'll find a way to fish these and catch fish. Just choose the right color, get to your body of water, have some fun. But catch you guys on the next one. Peace, as always, and thank you for watching.